give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. That's all praise to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Right, so today is going to be part one of free will. Do we have free will or do we not have free will? All right, we're going to go through the scriptures and examine the scriptures and see if the Bible promotes free will, that we can do whatever we want, we can go against God's plan, or that we're subject to the Most High's will, and that we don't have free will whatsoever. Right, so the first scripture I'm going to start off with is Sirach 18 and verse 3. Right, it's book of Sirach, chapter 18, verse 3, and it says, "Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will." So the Bible is saying that all things in the world obey the Most High's will. So if we had free will, then we wouldn't be obeying the Most High's will. You understand? If God has a plan for you, you can't just stray away from God's plan. You understand? So whatever you're doing is what? The Most High's will, because the Most High has everything in the palm of his hand, and everything, the birds, the trees, the waters, the insects, humans, we all obey the Most High's will. Right, let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 19. "Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted For who hath resisted his will?" So who hath resisted the Most High's will? Nay, but oh man. So nobody has been able to resist the Most High's will. Right? If the Most High has a will, it's going to go forth. Understand? The Most High is not going to say something that come back void. Right? So even when you deal with prophecy, if the Most High gave us prophecy, that means that we don't have free will. Because literally everything we did led up to that prophecy being fulfilled. Meaning that everything that we did was of the Most High. And he did it so that prophecy could be fulfilled. Right, verse 20, "Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing formed say unto him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?" So you think you can say to the Most High, why did you make me like this? Right, like a whole lot of homosexuals like to say, oh, why would God make me like this? I feel like a man inside. No, the Most High made you how he made you, and that's how you're gonna be. You understand? It says, "Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?" So when people don't understand is that the Most High literally creates all things. The Most High created homosexuals. The Most High created righteous people. The Most High created wicked people. Right? One vessel unto honor, which is the 144 and the 1/3, and then one unto dishonor, which is the 2/3, and every other nation under the sun. Understand? So whether they're homosexual, whether they're pedophile, whether they're, I don't know, whatever. Understand? The Most High made them to be broken and to be destroyed. Let's get this. This is the book of 2 Peter. It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, "But these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed." That word "made" is the same word for begat. So it's literally saying these people are born to be destroyed. If you're born to be killed by God, that means you have no will. Because there's nothing you can do to escape the destruction that the Most High had prepared for you. You understand? Right? So we all are born either to honor or to dishonor. Right? So whatever we act out is of the Most High's will. Whether it's on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. All right, let's get this. The book of Proverbs. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, right? And it's going to go deeper into being destroyed, made to be destroyed. Proverbs 16 and 4. "The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." So the Most High made the wicked for the day of destruction, literally made the so-called white man just to be destroyed in the last days. You're telling me that they have free will? There's nothing that they can do to escape the judgment of the Most High. You understand? And when you deal with matter of fact, let me see. Let me get this real quick. Job 14 and 4. All right. Job 14, verse 4. All right, because the scriptures say that the Most High foreknew us. Right? If the Most High foreknew us, that means he knew everything that we was going to do, and he made us do everything that we were going to do. So how do we have free will if he foreknew what we were going to do? It's not free will. All right? And a lot of Christians like to make God not omniscient or omniscient. right? They can say, oh yeah, he knew what you was gonna do, but he just didn't have control over it. Like, that doesn't even make sense. How he knew and didn't have control? He knew and he did it. Right? Job 14 and verse 4. And it reads, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. So if the Most High made things to be unclean, you can't make it clean. And that's a cut to people in the Christian church that say you could that pork is now clean. The Most High made it unclean, you can't make it clean. So the Most High made you unclean. Understand? Dealing with being on the crooked and wicked side, how are you gonna make yourself clean again? You can't, because the Most High just made you to be destroyed. Right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 13. Sirach 33 and verse 13. It says, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion at his pleasure. If we're the clay, and the Most High made us out of the dust of the earth, if we're the clay, the Most High can shape us and form us however he wants to. Who are you to say, I'm going to make myself, choose my own path and form my own way, when you have a creator that made you? You're the clay. How the clay gonna tell the potter how to make him? The potter can shift the clay however he wants to. The Most High shifts us however he wants to. Right? It says, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. So literally, the Most High just made you however he wants to make you. There's nothing you could have did to get away from that. And saying the Most High just does what he wants. And you can't do nothing about it. Right? Right, just like this. Psalms 115 verse 3. But our God is in the heavens. Right? Our God ain't no stone. Or our God ain't no fat, chubby man standing on some gold. Right? It's not no wood. Right? It's not Caesar Borgia. Right? Our God is in the heavens. It says he hath done whatsoever he hath pleased. The Most High literally does whatever he wants, and you can't do nothing about it. Understand? The Most High got a path for you. You can't stray from the path. Can't stress that enough. Right? Let me go to this. This is the book of, let me see. Where should I want? Yeah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18 and verse 6. O house of Israel, cannot I do with you as this potter, saith the Lord? Behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are ye in mine hand, O house of Israel. Right? And we all throughout the scriptures, we know that the Most High is only dealing with the Israelites, and the Israelites are the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indian man, woman, and child. Right? The Most High is only dealing with the Israelites, and that's it. And he tells Israel, we're the clay, and he's the potter. And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Right? The Most High gonna shift you however you want to. Right? Even me making this video right now is the Most High putting the Spirit in me, and the Most High literally speaking and doing all these things. Right? And you gotta have ears to hear and eyes to see. Because listen, you gotta be real spiritual to understand it. Understand? You gotta be real spiritual to discern that the Most High is literally doing every single thing that we act out, say, and do. Literally every single action is the Most High. Right? Let's go to, we can go to Jeremiah, right? Let's go to Jeremiah 1 and verse 5. It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So before Jeremiah was in the belly, right? Even anyone, before anyone's in the belly, the Most High knows us. Understand? That's how abortion is a sin. Because the Most High knows before you even in the belly. You know what I'm saying? So when you think, oh, it's only 1 day is inside, I'm gonna take a plan B, or it's only 2 weeks, I'm gonna go get an abortion. This, you're murdering, right? You're murdering. You should be worthy of getting put to death. You understand? Right? It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee to be a prophet unto the nations. So before Jeremiah came out, the Most High predestined him and ordained him to be a prophet. There's nothing that Jeremiah could have done to not be a prophet. You know why? Because the Most High ordained it. The Most High did not give him free will, because we don't have no free will. You don't see free will in the scriptures. Understand? Not even Christ had free will. When he was praying to the Most High, said, if it be thy will. If Christ had free will, he just got off the cross. He's Christ. You understand? So he said, if the Most High's will, then let it be done. You understand? So not even Christ had free will. No man on this earth has free will. Not the angels, not Satan, nobody. Let's get there, right? This is the book of Job. Let's get that. Job 1 and verse 8. It says, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered to the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Right? So Satan is not in a fiery pit of hell with a pitchfork, and he's sitting there stabbing niggas for eternity and playing with light fire. Listen, there's no such thing as hell. Hell is the grave. Hell is a condition which the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American people are in today. Right? Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? And there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man. Right? So for people to say that nobody can be perfect, the Most High himself told Satan that Job is perfect. The Most High himself. Right? So that's a cut. Right? It says, one that feareth God and eschewed evil. Then Satan answered to the Lord and said, doth Job fear God or not? Hast not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. Right? So Satan had to come to the Most High, and the Most High had to tell Satan to go mess with people. Satan can't even go mess with nobody without the Most High say so. Understand? So if Satan don't have free will, how you got free will? It's crazy. Right? I'm going to keep reading. But forth thine hand now, verse 11. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold. So Satan is saying, yo, if you mess with Job, Job's going to curse you. Right? And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. So the Most High told him what to do. That's it. Satan don't have free will. You don't have free will. Right? We're going to pick this up on a part 2. So I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach, Malak Yahushai, right? And Shalom.